Hi Pooja, heartiest congratulations on your
Hi.
success in the NMAT 2020-21 exam. So it would be
Thank you,
great
sir.
if you could share a few words of wisdom with our users at GradeUp and contribute to their preparation journey to the top B schools. So before we start, I'd
Sure,
like
sure.
that you kindly tell students about your background, right? A brief of your introduction.
Brief introduction. Okay. I'm basically an engineer. I graduated in 2020, and now I'm currently working as an engineer at Tata Elxsi. And I was planning to do MBA for quite some time now, and this was the right time, and it all worked out well, and now I'm here.
Right. Okay, so why did you choose an MBA as a career?
Okay, actually, this might sound silly, but when I was doing my engineering, when I was doing a third year, our college has this fest called Artmea. So third years usually organize the fests, and I was in charge of an event. So basically, so we decided we'll try something different, and because it's usually engineering colleges which participate, so we decided we'll increase the pool of contestants, and we thought we'll try cookery show because it's a very common a competition, but then it's not usually done in engineering colleges. And so it was fun. Actually, we had to go for sponsorship. We had to do a lot of marketing to get sponsorship, and then we had to form a team, work as a team, and then something will pop up and we'll have to improvise, have a strategy plan. So it was hard work, but then I really enjoyed what I was doing. And that's when I actually first started thinking, okay, why not a career in HR or marketing? So that was the first time I thought about it. And then I read about it, and then
Right. So when did you start preparing for it?
actually, I started really late because actually I was planning for CAT 2021 because I have 2 years of experience. But then because of the COVID situation, we were all at home and I had the app on my phone. So there were a lot of videos and classes. So there were a lot of videos coming, and I used to go through the videos and see. Actually, I think my base is pretty strong. So I'll just go through the videos and see which I'm not good at, like mixtures and allegations and all. I have problem solving the questions. So whichever video I find very something that would help me with the preparation, I used to watch it. That's how I initially started preparing this year because I had time initially. And then after some time, they have the all India mock tests in GradeUp, and it's very useful because you're competing with the current people who are going to write it this year, and so your competitors, how good they are and how much you have to prepare. So there was a scholarship test, and I remember attempting it, and then I think I was among the top 15 or something, and I got the mock tests. And that's when I actually started, because I was motivated, to be honest, and then I started taking those mock tests, and that's how I actually started preparing seriously.
Okay, so Pooja, please explain in detail your preparation strategy for different subjects like quantitative ability, logical reasoning TI, and verbal ability.
I'll start with quantitative reasoning because that's the section I make the most mistakes in, and I'm not proud of it. And but still, as I already mentioned before, my base is pretty strong. But then the problem is I didn't know a lot of shortcuts or anything. So I would actually use the conventional method to solve it, and then it's more time consuming. So I'll have to do it very fast, and I tend to make a mistake. That was my initial problem. And then my main aim was to keep a timer or something, solve questions and improve my accuracy. I think that should be the first step if your base is strong. Because I started late, I decided instead of going through each of the portions one by one and then going through it in detail, my strategy was taking mock tests. And even in the GradeUp app, you can know which are your strong areas and which are your weak areas, and depending on that, they'll give you more questions. So that option was available. So I used to go through the analysis, see in which section I scored the least, and then I'll go back and then try solving questions. That was my strategy for quant. Right. And for NMAT, I think compared to CAT, the questions are comparatively simple. Like even if you kind of know the basics, you'll be able to solve it. The constraint is the time and the accuracy. So I think for NMAT, it's all about keeping a timer, doing the question, increasing your accuracy. I think that's what I did for NMAT. Then verbal, I think I'm usually it's comparatively my strongest section compared to quant. But then for NMAT, I think I scored the least for English. So I think a lot of it depends on the day, to be honest. And then verbal, I used to listen to the classes basically, and then reading comprehension. And for NMAT, I think it's pretty simpler, so it's okay. And then for DI it's very difficult for me. So you have to do a lot of questions, take a lot of mock tests, and then analyze and study.
Okay, so guys, please keep one thing in mind, as suggested by Pooja, that do not use conventional methods in exam because they are very time consuming. And that is one part we always focus on, right? And we suggest each and every student to be very, very clear about that we all know how to solve questions through conventional methods, but they being time consuming, we need to learn new concepts through which we can solve questions quickly. We need to learn methods which are definitely less time consuming. So very well done, Pooja, very well done. So what was
I would also like to add one more point.
Yes.
One more point. Yes, actually, okay, even when I was going through the last minute preparation videos, there was one thing which all the faculty members insisted. Taking the mock test the same time you'll be writing the actual examination. Right. But because I'm working, I never usually get an opportunity to take the exam at the afternoon time because I'll be working. So usually right. I study at night. For NMAT, I actually had the opportunity. I chose online proctoring mode. So I chose the timing as 7 p.m. in the evening, so that I knew my brain will be more active at that time. So if you're not working, then I think that also helps. Taking mock test the same time you'll be taking the actual exam.
Yes. So Pooja, what was your strongest area and what was the weakest? And how did you overcome your weakness?
Strongest was verbal. English was the strongest for me.
Right.
Quant was DILR and quant was the weakest because, as I already mentioned before, because of I didn't know a lot of shortcuts. So even before the CAT, I remember I saw your class wherein you would go through all the sections and explain the main formulas. So whenever I see a formula, I used to note it down somewhere, and then I'll kind of go through it, and then when I try to use it to solve problems. That's how I kind of improved my quant skills. And then DILR, I still used to make a lot of mistakes. But then I think if you do a lot of questions, it will be okay.
Right. So what was your strategy for the last 2 weeks before the exam? Last 2 weeks before the exam, what was your strategy?
Okay, so I actually had an idea about the kind of questions that would come for the exam. So I knew the difficulty levels are not that high, compared to SAT or CAT examinations. The questions would be simple. So I thought I should be increasing my accuracy and speed. So my main aim was to do as much mock tests as possible. So I did all the mock tests that were there in the GradeUp app, and then other similar questions also. I would keep a timer and then keep solving questions. And then the day before the exam, I actually took the mock test from the official GMAT site. There was a mock test, so I scored pretty well in that, and that also kind of helped me boost my confidence. That's all. Doing mock tests. That's what I did the last day.
That is being mentioned by Pooja, is that you must have proper clarity about what type of questions will come in exam. So unlike CAT or SAT, if you compare it with NMAT is going to be a relatively simpler paper, but is going to be a very, very time-oriented paper. So scoring good in mocks will definitely boost your motivation level. So well done, Pooja. So when it comes to how important is the regular practice through mock test, quizzes, previous year papers? What is your take?
Okay, again, if you go through the previous year papers, we'll have an idea about what kind of questions are going to come, and depending upon that, you can either, you can solve questions depending on the difficulty level, and you can improve your accuracy and speed. More questions you do, the better. So basically, first thing, you should be understanding the level of the questions that will be coming, and then doing questions with keeping the time in mind. You'll have to do questions.
Right. And how different was the new pattern? How did it impact your preparation, Pooja?
Okay. To be honest, I don't think it had that much of an impact on me because I was already thinking about the time and doing the questions. So my initial preparation was also oriented to that kind of stress kind of situation. So it was okay.
So it means appearing in mock test developed that ability in you that the new pattern was not a stress or was not creating any pressure on you, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yes.
So which section of NMAT 2020-21 did you find to be easiest and which section you found to be toughest one?
Logical reasoning was the easiest for me, and I scored the least in verbal this time for the actual exam.
Right. But still, if I talk about what kind of challenges you faced in actual exam as compared to mock test.
There was this one. Okay, so I told you about the mock test I took the day before the actual exam. So that is when I first realized that you cannot go back to the previous question once you've submitted the answer to one question. So I was a little, because, if you have that option to review later on, then I think, you'll prefer having that option. So each time before I mark an answer, I'll just go through it once again and then confirm and then only go to the next question. That is the only difficulty.
Right.
And then for English, I think I could have finished a little early and then I had to rush in the end to finish the English section.
Right. So Pooja, how did GradeUp help you in your preparation? And which feature of GradeUp helped you the most?
Okay. I had this app on my phone since 2019 because my friends were preparing for GATE and other MBA exams when we were doing our final year. And that's when I actually came to know about this app. So while we were in class and whenever we get a free period, they'll be like doing mock tests on their phone, and it was very handy and very comfortable. And I was amused by the feature because I didn't see that. I haven't it's the first time I'm seeing that kind of a feature on phone. And then I knew I'll be preparing later on, and so I just installed the app, so that I can use it later on. But then I didn't use it till last year when I started preparing. So initially the videos, I'd go through the videos whenever I get free time. That's how I started. But then when I got access to the mock tests were also very, it's almost like how you try the actual exam or maybe a little harder. So preparing for a harder test means the original exam, you'll find it easier, and that will actually help boost your confidence. Even while you're writing the exam, you'll be, you won't panic. And I think that helps. And then also the features with mock tests wherein you can see your analysis, see your weaker sections, stronger sections. And then even for the weaker sections, if you go to that section, they'll give you more similar type of questions to practice. So that feature was actually very useful. And even the tutor class videos also, I found it very useful. There was no, how do I put it? Whatever I wanted to know, it was there in those videos. So that was helpful.
Okay, so there is a saying in Japanese that if you are required a sword, please carry it all the time with you. So the way we can say you downloaded the app because you might be required, right? So it's a very good advice to all the students, right? If you know that you will be requiring CAT preparation in your lifetime, then keep the app downloaded. You never know when it is going to help you. And keep solving questions on a daily basis through the quizzes that are being shared so that you are always in practice. All right, so that will definitely help you in boosting your morale, in boosting your score in actual exam. All right, so to sum it up, Pooja, any advice that you would want to share with your fellow aspirants so that they can also do good in actual exam?
Okay, first of all, know the exam pattern, do a lot of mock tests, keep a check on the time, try to improve your accuracy, and then take mock tests the same time you'll be taking the actual examination if possible. If you're not working, only that thing that will be possible. Otherwise, you can do it only on weekends. But then if you can do that, I think I'll suggest you try and do that.
All right. So Pooja, we all wish you very, very best for all your future endeavors. So we are sure that you will do wonderful job in the corporate world. So wish you very best.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.